A lot of things that happened because everything happened because of drum and bass. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for drum and bass. When I got out, I went by Curious MC. And I started going to local raves, and I went to this place in Denver called Maximilians. It was, they would just throw like drum and bass shows there, or EDM shows, or whatever you want to call it back then.
With the records, turntables.
Back then, they didn't have no CDJs.
Yeah, because I had some drum and bass DJ homies, and they had it was all with records.
It was all vinyl.
Yeah.
There was no CDJs yet.
Right.
So I would go to these shows, and I remember they'd have like open mics sometimes, and I did a Maximilian's at an open mic, and I did it with there was a DJ named ATAC there. And he was like the right-hand man to Ryan Rushing, who threw some of the biggest raves in Colorado. He threw like the Sun Rave and all these other like big shows. And ATAC took me in as his MC, and TAC was one of the most savvy cats with networking. I mean, he couldn't have ended up better for me.
Cool.
Like, he kind of put me on. And that led to me linking with my crew, which was Urban Aborigine. And MC Dino, Casey, Steinsky, I mean, Chromatic. We were like a tight-knit family. Zizo. And Dino was like the king of MCing and drum and bass in Denver. And he kind of took me under his wing and took me to like the Snake Pit, which in Denver, the Snake Pit was the drum and bass spot every Thursday night, but it was 21 and up, and I was only like 18.
Right.
So I was like getting snuck in, but I was a resident already. Like, we're getting in, we're doing this. Anyway, so that happened. Then Dino dipped out. Dino went to LA, left me here, and it was like, okay, the crown's yours now.
Okay.
So he kind of like passed the, you know.
But he gave you the game before he
It
left.
was like I was already on. Like, everybody knew of me, and then it was just like it took off from there. Cats were like, get curious, get curious, get curious. Okay, so I went on to do that.
So the curious part about that, I mean, that's funny, that's no pun intended, but I'm curious about that because so when you're rapping a drum and bass, are you freestyling? Are you working with the DJ where you guys have like some, you're spitting some tracks, or you're spitting kind of like a hook, and then he does a little bit, and you say something? Is it orchestrated, or is it really just like
there's no orchestration?
It's fly off the cuff.
It's definitely off the cuff, and I have no idea what they're gonna spin. I have no idea. Some nights I go in there, I've never, I know a lot of my drum and bass heads like back in Denver are gonna be like, man, that's crazy. I know less about drum and bass than I know about hip hop easily, but like these DJs would come to town, these producers would come to town, I'm like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Like, I didn't even care. I was like, let's just spit over drum and bass. That's what I'm here to do. I'm an MC.
Right.
I don't know who or what track he put out. I don't know where. I don't know why. I don't know his name. It doesn't matter to me. I'm here to rap. Like,
would you just get the party popping and get
that's
it going?
What we do. Yeah,
moving, right?
Just get the party popping, essentially.
Yeah.
And yeah, there'd be freestyling. Plus, you'd have like a little bit of an arsenal of material in your back pocket.
Some verses and maybe some hook ideas or some
right, little things that you throw together, and you'd have them. You know, it's like your weaponry, right? Your tool shed, right? Toolbox.
Yeah.
And then you would have like other MCs you would work with. There was other urban aborigines that came around, Doja, Relight, my boys. You know, I mean, like we would feed off of each other too. So you'd have these crew. You know, in my crew, we would have like these vibes that we could do different things together that you would eventually become accustomed to. I also did like Guava Kids, which was like an underground hip hop thing with one of my brothers who recently passed away. Rest in peace, Avery Phantom. We had a group. He came into drum and bass scene with me. I mean, it was a lot of things that happened because everything happened because of drum and bass. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for drum and bass.